I hope the lighting conditions are likely quite bad, but I have to do this last part of the reading again. I was finished actually, right? You can see now it's evening, it's dark. And I had recorded it this afternoon and I had uploaded it to YouTube. But the reading for the third set is out of sync, the sound. And I haven't a clue why. That's the brilliant thing with the new camera. So I'm not particularly happy. It's 11 o'clock and I'm quite tired. But I do want to finish the reading because it's about the solar eclipse and that is tomorrow morning. And otherwise, you know, I still want you to have the reading. I will also try to get it into one video. I waited 5 hours, I kid you not, for my video editor to be ready with that, and it wasn't really quite smooth. Oh god. So this is really the reading that I've spent the most time on ever. I think it's close to 8 hours now that I've been working on this. Anyhow, no moaning. Let's see, we were with Aurelia, the witch, the queen of witches, and her message was to, I have to get back into it, okay, I'm sorry about that, but it's really been 6 hours now since I was doing this reading. The queen of witches and defense. I also can't remember now from the top of my head what I actually now told you and what I didn't tell you. So in any case, it's about not being defensive, about standing tall in your own energy, in what you want to do, what you want to bring the world. Also, tap into your inner wisdom and go back to your roots if need be. For me, it means going back to my pagan roots with this card. It's also what it says, ancient, tap into your ancient wisdom. Because she is the queen of witches, right? For me, that means my pagan roots. I have been doing that quite a lot of late. So if that appeals to you, or maybe some other form of wisdom that you have, tap into that as well. Because that's, that can also, you know, might also help you. That can help you to deal with this a little bit better. I see if there was another message, if I have forgotten anything. Because like I said, I have to get back into it right now as well myself. It says also that past hurts can be affecting your reactions, and connect with the magic of nature. So maybe that can help you. Just be proud of who you are. Just be proud of who you are and just stand tall, right? That's that message again. Stand tall in who you are. And then what can help for you to make it smoother, to make it all better, is the divine director. And this is a very beautiful message. The divine director can also help you to tap into your soul, your goal, your true goal. And it says that your true goal is to be happy. And but I also feel that that speaks of your soul calling, what I mentioned with the salmon as well, going back to your soul calling, going back to your roots. What this is also basically saying, going back to your roots, your inner wisdom, so that all gels together really quite nicely. And the divine director is also closely connected with angels. So the angels are with you right now. That's also the message of this card. And they are reminding you that your divine purpose on earth is to remember love and to do what makes you happy. So again, stand tall, right? In what you are, what you want to do, what you believe in who you are. And let's see, because there was another message, I think. Yeah, the message with this was also to let you know that you are on the right path. So if you are maybe not certain, or just trying to dim your lights, make yourself small as opposed to standing tall, not certain maybe, like, is this the right thing? Well, then this is telling you it is the right thing. You are on the right path. That's the message of this card as well. And also that the divine is basically helping. This is divine intervention, helping you so that it can come true. So dare, really dare, go for it, stand up, and, you know, stand tall. Just really, just go for it. It's time, really it's time for you to become this empowered. So that was your reading. I hope it now recorded properly and that it resonates with you as well. Please let me know. And if you liked it, then please give me these likes and these thumbs up. And then I'm quickly moving on to the last set, the numbers 3. For the number 3, yeah, alrighty. We have for you the Blasted Oak, the Transition card, and the Page of Vessels, the Otter, and the Fulfillment card, the Three of Bows. Now, I do feel for you that with the Blasted Oak, sometimes I feel that the person I'm reading for is the oak. In this case, I feel you are actually the person who's falling. And so I do feel that you are going to get hit by something that might come as a shock. It could be quite sudden. It's really going to affect you. But on the other hand side, you could have seen it coming, or you did see it coming, because like a thunderstorm doesn't appear out of nothing, out of the blue. You can see that coming a mile away. So you likely knew something was up, and maybe you chose to ignore it or whatever. But nevertheless, the impact is going to be quite a shock for you, and it's going to really affect you. And then you will get this transition, this card, and that gives me the feeling that you will feel quite lost or lonely, because the sun is setting in the background over there, and to me that kind of feels like you are leaving something behind, or at least you will feel that way. You will feel that way, that you leave something behind. You have to leave something behind that meant a lot to you, that was warmth to you, that sun. The sun is setting, and apart from that, you are also moving away from it. And that is going to be quite emotional for you. That can be a situation, it can be a person, it can also just be temporary, okay? This does not mean, for instance, that your relationship is now going, if you are in a relationship, that your relationship is going to fall apart and everything's going to hell. This is for the energies during the solar eclipse. It can be that. It can also be a job, something to do with your work. It can be for a relationship, this Blasted Oak image, and you moving away from that, or feeling you are moving away from that. So it can be a long-lasting thing, but it can also be smaller. That will just be different for everyone, because it's not a personal reading. But to you it will feel like you have to leave something behind, move to something new, and that might be a bit scary as well. What I also felt with this card very strongly is the boat is a swan, and that you have to, I do advise you to look up the meaning of the swan as a totem animal or power animal. You can Google that, look for some proper interpretation that has depth, because there's a lot of depth to this, the swan as a power animal. I can't remember from the top of my head exactly what it is, but I do believe it has something to do with your soul or your higher self or something. So look for a good interpretation somewhere online. And then we get the Page of Vessels. You are very vulnerable, very sensitive, and prone to picking up emotions and feelings from other people, possibly even to the point that you don't even know what's yours and what's theirs. And I also feel that you might, in a way, go do things for other people, please them, and do things at your own expense. And so giving too much, over giving in that way. And I feel that after this bit, when you get here, when it calms down a little bit, it's almost as if you get to something new. And this also here makes me feel as if she's insecure, not really knowing, am I going to stay here? Do I go in the water? Do I swim across the stream and then continue on the other side, on the other shore? What am I supposed to do? Swaying a little bit, not certain. And that's again because you're so sensitive and so vulnerable, but you can use that as a strength. I always feel that this tail, the otter's tail, it's so long and thick. It feels to me like grounding. So it might be very important for you now to ground yourself, work on grounding. So find yourself a decent grounding meditation if you don't have that, a guided meditation, and then not something that is just 5 minutes. That's not proper grounding. You can't get proper grounding out of that, especially not if you've never done that, or hardly ever. Find something that is at least 15 minutes, 15, 20 minutes. And apart from that, the tail always makes me feel it's like an antenna. She's like probing that water with it. She's dipping the tip of her tail in the water, almost as if to test, like, should I go in? Is it safe? Is it the right time? Is it not the right time? Should I wait a little longer? So that to me is intuition. So use your intuition to know what to do, where to go, when to stay, when to take action, when not to take action, etc. All right? I suppose you catch my drift with that one. And then we get to fulfillment, which is absolutely beautiful. And I feel for many of you, this chaos, this enormous chaos, is gonna be short. It's not gonna be, it will feel quite serious. I mean, when you get hit by lightning like that, or feel that you were hit by lightning like that, yeah, that's gonna feel like, oh my God, you know. And then this transition and feeling a bit wobbly, but then you get to this, and I really feel for quite a lot of you that this is just a matter of a few days. I think maybe a week, not much longer. I don't think. That's why I said that for many of you, I don't think it's like your life is going to fall apart, or you're going to lose your job, or your relationship is going to end, or whatever, you know. It doesn't have to be that drastic. For a number of you it could be, but I think for most of you it's not. It may feel really that drastic, it will likely, but I think it's just a short thingy, and then it will sort itself out again. Especially if you do some work here, you know, pay heed to your intuition and do some grounding to stabilize yourself. And then with the fulfillment card, then you can see, like here, it was these cracks appearing in the ground. Like there's 2 tracks now, and in between there is these gaps. And here you can see 2 paths coming together in one path. So everything is coming together again. And also makes me feel, this is 3 bows. She's holding one, which tells me that you will feel more empowered. You have a tool that you can do something with. The other 2 bows are here, and to me that feels like it's with this reading at least that it's like a portal that you can walk through now. So almost like an initiation, that you have gone through some growth and change, and now you can step through and do things in a different way, in a new way, and then everything just comes together here, and you can step through that portal and you know, start doing things differently with what you now know. This is also about the future, right? 3 of Wands. Making plans for the future. So that's why I say, like, you can do things differently from very, very positive. It's going to end very positive. It will feel like your world is going to turn upside down with that blasted oak, but it's going to end really, really well. Sorry about that. And then the aspect that you can heal will get will come up the most likely. And then we have nematona, secrecy. This also says that you are very vulnerable, very sensitive, and that's actually the information I just told you. That maybe sometimes you don't even know if you're feeling your own feelings or someone else's or other people's. But it also says that you tend to suppress your own feelings and emotions, and that's not healthy. You shouldn't do that. That's also then again a bit like what I said with the otter card. That likely you do stuff at your own expense, because if you never speak up to and tell people what you need and what you want and what you do not want and do not like, you know, that's at your own expense. So then this is basically a message to change that, to do speak up, do express your emotions. This is very important. You are important as well, you know, and you also have the right to have your needs met. And let's see, because I think there was more with this. I have to look that up. Nematona. Let's see. Yeah, it could also be that you need to get something off your chest. Then do that as well in a nice way, if at all possible, right? You don't have to get angry. Yeah, well, again, bottling up your emotions is not the answer. It's not going to help you. It's just not going to help you. And it also says that don't keep secrets from your partner, because at some point it will come out. And I feel that I want to translate that into don't hide your feelings from your partner if you have a partner, right? Because your partner wants to be with you and relate with you, and if you are not really open about your feelings and your emotions and your needs, then how can he connect with you? How can he relate with you? Then he's actually relating with the walls and the shields that you have up around you. That's not the real you then, right? So that's not going to help a relationship if you are in a relationship then, of course. And also, that's the last bit with this card, that it could also mean that on top of that, right, with the rest of it, that it's time for you to socialize more. That might also help you a bit more. Lightheartedness might help you to get through this phase of what's going on with a bit more ease. Also with the card, this is what can make it smoother, easier, is Lord Ganesh. He is a message that there is help for you from spirit, that obstacles will be removed, so it will be made easier for you. You're not alone in this, there is help. But also the Lord Ganesh is about joy and dancing, and so that ties in with that part or message of this card of maybe socialize a bit more, maybe just be, you know, so you don't sit at home feeling sorry for yourself or hang about, wrong card, this one, or miserable or in shock, or, you know, maybe also go out and socialize or be with a friend or someone you trust that you can talk to, so you don't bottle it up. You don't hide your emotions. Talk about it. You can also be that is addressing this, right? That you talk about this, what's going on. If this is more of an internal thing for you, which is possible, talk about that as well. Find someone you can trust and talk. Right, whether that's a partner or family or a coach, or, you know, it doesn't really matter as long as you trust them. So that was your reading. I hope now the recording went well. And if it resonates with you, because I do suppose you can already feel these energies, because the solar eclipse is tomorrow morning for me here in Europe at UTC 9 hours 48 minutes. So for me that's a bit later because I'm not at UTC, but yeah, just check online if you're in America, different time zone somewhere across, you know, in the world, when what time it is. But it is only, well, less than 12 hours away now, 9 hours or 10 hours or something. So we should already feel these energies. So if it resonates with you, please let me know. I'll be back very soon with another reading. Hopefully then it will work out in one go. Thank you for watching and have a great weekend, you all. Bye bye.